All right, I guess I start early today. We've got people in the house early. Wow. Hopefully, the Wi-Fi is good. And the temperature is good. It is now 25 degrees in here, Celsius. Not Fahrenheit. That would be frozen? How come you're here so early? Hi, Ronnie. How come you're so early there, John? It looks like your time was, it says 3:36 a.m. Holy, you're up before the chickens. How much did that camera cost you there? Sandra. Sandy, I think, did you send in some photos? I was going to do a photo, what do you call it today again, too, but I didn't get any ready. I'm still waiting for some other people that said they were going to send some in before I got down to it. So, Ronnie, that camera, that 360 camera, what are those worth? I'd like to get one of those. Put it on my drone. They're so small, some of them. Hey, Ronnie, I have a video coming up here. I'm going to put it on here in a minute. What do you call, share from my new Avata. I got the Avata drone. And what else? 3 extra batteries with it. I don't know if you saw my video a while ago with the Avata. This is it here. The new Avata drone. Well, new for DJI and new to me also. The Avata drone. And wow. The new improved and much better goggles. Like, these things are fantastic. The video in here and the clarity of everything is just perfect in here. And then I got the motion controller with it. I'm still waiting to purchase the actual, like the regular controller with the sticks, but they don't have any in stock anywhere. They're hard to get, so I'm waiting on that. Okay, let me just see what I'm missing here. I can't read. My glasses need to be updated. A new prescription. The Samsung Gear 360. I bought my second, $50 used. Oh, it's round like a ball. I've seen some that were like, maybe this long and like a tube. I don't know how they take 360 video, but man. Tall and not round. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know some are, shaped differently and what have you, but small enough that I could put it on on this drone. I'd love to put it on here. Well, on the Mavic too, I guess I could put it. But putting it on here would be just fantastic. Like, not right on the GPS thing. I could set it. There's a little crossbar across here. I could set it on that. As long as it's small enough. Yeah, this little drone is amazing. Although the other day when I flew it, I'm going to show you some video here in a minute. I got super dizzy. wow, it immerses you right in the right into the because the goggles are like you're flying in the drone, and holy smokes, man! The picture here was taken from that camera. Oh, okay. So you can obviously take still shots or video. And then you could set it out somewhere as long as the birds don't come along and pick it up and fly away with it. Like lock it on some sort of a tripod or something. Okay. Let me just show you a short okay, how do I get this to go? How do I get this to start playing? Okay, there's a view from the Avada. Hey, right on. Love My Drones is in. I was just about to start a video, and this video here is from inside the goggles. Like the Avada, let me hold this up again. The Avada can get internal video. There's internal memory on here. I think it's 20 gigabytes or something. And then there's external video, which is in a card. And then it's also got video from the goggles. So you can get three video files from the one flight. Yeah, and the Avada is just like the camera. Oh, the video on this thing is beautiful. But this video here that I've got here is from the goggles, so it tells you all everything what's going on in the bottom corners and stuff, and along the bottom. The other one has just got no writing. It's from the drone itself. So let me just see here. How can I start this again? Play. Okay, let's have a look. It's got no audio. And then what this has the capability of doing, this Avada, is to also record gyro. So then you can put it into a program called Gyro Fix or Gyro something, and it will stabilize even much better than what Rocksteady or Horizon Steady will do. But I'll tell you the point in time when I got real dizzy and I fell against my van. I had to hold myself up. I couldn't. I had to hold myself up, and I got real dizzy. I barely was able to drive home from where I am out here. But I have a tendency. I'm dizzy kind of all the time, so that wasn't because of the drone. The drone doing that is because when you're standing still, your ears are telling you that you're standing on the ground and you're standing still. And yet when you're flying the drone, your senses are like you're moving. And so that wreaked havoc on my inner ears and wasn't too good. But you'll see here where I hit the trees. I'm not too good at the motion controller yet. That's how I fly with this. I don't have there. I hit the trees there. I don't have. I just got this motion controller, like flying with a joystick. Works perfectly. And yeah, your brain is no kidding. So you can see I'm kind of wobbly. Well, it's because it's a Cine Whoop drone. It's not. The horizon is not locked. It's all over the place. It's like the more you turn and zip and zap, and although these Avada drones are not meant to be whoop drones, especially when you use the other controller, not the motion controller, and you punch up to go up. It doesn't have a lot of power to do that. So these drones are not meant to really fly like those kind of whoop drones. They're meant for beginners that are just getting into FPV, and if you accept that fact, then they're good. But if you're a FPV whoop drone guy, you probably might not like this kind of drone because it doesn't have the kind of power. But I have a lot of flight time. You can fly for, they say 18 minutes or something. You'd be lucky if you get 15 minutes out of it, which is a long time, which is 2 to 3 times longer than any other drones. And I'm pulling the trigger when you want to go forward. So with the motion controller, you can go when you, I don't know if you can see this, but when you turn it like this, that's how you turn left and right. Tilting it up goes up, tilting it down goes down. You have to pull the trigger in order to make it go up or down. You don't have to pull the trigger in order to turn it. But you can't go sideways and you can't go backwards. Whereas with the controller, the other controller too, then you can use the sticks and you can go up, down, left, right, back, forward, sideways. Here I tried to fly near the bees, but they were attacking me already, so I didn't want to bother the bees too much, so I just got out of there. How many flights do you have under your belt so far? This flight I'm doing right here is the third, well, 2 and a few seconds, because the one time I took it out to a park, a couple of friends showed up. I flew it for just to show it how it hovered and everything, and then I gave them the controls and said, "Here, you guys are FPV drone pilots. Give it a shot. See what you think." They were totally impressed with it. But like I said, it's not an FPV drone in the respect. Right there is where I got dizzy when I was turning right there. I don't know why, but I just got dizzier than ever standing near my van. And like I said, I had to prop myself up against the van to stop from falling over. And I was just getting dizzier than ever. I had to stop for a moment, collect my thoughts. I still carried on though, but I don't have Rocksteady enabled and I don't have Horizon Steady enabled. Now, if I had that enabled on there, I could probably take it. Now, like I said, I have dizzy spells all the time anyway. I'm dizzy right now. I'm a dizzy guy. And when you're flying the drone, your perception is really thrown out the window. Well, yes, it is a freestyle drone. There's 3 modes you can have. When you're using the controller, you can only go in normal mode and gee, I forget the terminology. Slow mode and a fast mode. But then you can set it into manual mode also, but you need the controller to do that. And then it flies like an actual cine whoop. Your throttle, your punch up on the left sticks is not up, it's throttle. And you can do flips and turns and yaw rolls and all kinds of stuff. So it acts just like, but it doesn't have, like I said, the power like some guys like to just power up straight up and then do whoops and stuff. And this can do that, yes, but because it's not kind of meant for that. Yes, it is sort of meant to do that, but like I said, for beginners and not for I think guys that are totally into FPV drones, like the tiny ones or the 5-inch up, something like that, they might not like this kind of drone because it doesn't It can go 60 miles an hour, so it can go pretty fast. I mean, I don't know why I'd want to go any faster. I know some of them go way quicker. The DJI FPV drone, now you can see the dot in the center of the screen. That's your aiming thing. Wherever that is pointed, that's where you're going to fly. And then you can see the H on the left-hand side. It's bobbing around there. That's the home position. So wherever the H is where your home position is. So it really tells you a lot in the goggles. But my perception of movement is all thrown out. It just, I felt like I was moving when I was turning. Yeah, 60 miles an hour is pretty fast. Now, some will say 50, some will say 60. I guess it all depends on the conditions, the wind, and what have you. If it's not windy at all, you'll probably get 60. And I paced myself against the vehicle. Now I pressed the home button here, and I had my home set to 40 meters or something. So on the bottom, my picture's right on it, where the height is. But it went up 40 meters, and now when you press home, you can move the controller all over the place, and it won't do anything. At least it'll come home. And I haven't calibrated the drone yet, the compass, and I haven't calibrated the compass in the goggles yet. So I have to do that yet, because it doesn't land right where it took off from. It's off by a couple of feet, but at least it was close. And then because it was my second actual time flying this thing, I didn't know how to land it properly. I didn't know you're supposed to push the start button, and that's the landing button. And you'll see me trying to point the controller down. See, I'm trying to point it down, but that's not how you land. You guide it straight forward until you get to the place where you want to land, and then you just push the red button and it lands. And I'm trying to point the controller down to land it, and that's not how you do it. So that was a whole learning process right there too. Oh, cool. That's the end of that video. Hang on. Remove from studio. I think I might have another one I can share of the same day. Video file. That's the same video. What's this one? This one's only 110 megabytes. This one's 1 gigabyte. 191. I think this one here is from just the drone itself. Let me just have a look and see what's going on here first. Why is it? Oh, maybe this is what I'm trying to land. And I couldn't figure out how to get it. See, I'm pointing down and I'm pressing the button, and that's not how you do it. So I had to learn. Hey, Daryl. We were trying to watch a video from my new Avata drone. Okay, that wasn't the one. Remove. Let me go share file again. Try another one. That wasn't it. I think this is the second flight for that day. Yeah, okay. So there is a lot of herky-jerkiness because when you don't pull the trigger, you don't move. You can turn, but you're not moving. And when you pull the trigger, you can only go forward with the motion controller. With the other controller that has the sticks, then you can go like straight sideways and backwards. And I'd like to do that. So it's more like the Mavic Pro when I'm flying. But the motion controller is fantastic to fly with. It's like you got a joystick and it's a one-handed thing, and it's just like a joystick in your hand, and away you go. And up and when you go up, you tilt the motion controller upwards, and when you go down, you point it downwards. Well, now you're going to hear all kinds of things about the Avata, things that are bad and things that are good. And it all depends on how you I guess how you accept the fact that DJI is DJI. They got problems with every single drone they have, and they have good things about every single drone that they have out there. So you just have to bite the bullet and go with it. I find this drone, as a Mavic pilot, this is completely different for me. But if you're an FPV drone pilot and you get this, you might not like it. Like I'm saying, it doesn't do what you think it capability. You're trying to this versus that. Well, I'm trying to break into FPV. Maybe I won't do complete FPV drone flying, but this thing here gets me, like a way different kind of flying. Now, some people have lost their drone already. Now, it does have problems, yes, but these guys were flying with the controller with the sticks. And they showed on the screen what their sticks were doing at the time, and if we were punching up or turning or what have you. But no, they were flying perfectly normal. And when they did, well, I don't know, matter if it's a left or a right turn, but they did a left turn and it just flipped over, and that was it. It just came down. And one of them landed in the ocean. It's gone. And the other one landed in the water somewhere where he could still go get it. And so it does have some gyro problems. See, now here I'm trying to land it again, I think with the wrong method. But what was I going to say? I lost my... I know a number of people. Yeah, a lot. I'm one of the only ones in Medicine Hat here that own this. There's not many people that have this Avata drone, and it's expensive. It costs a lot of money, but I figured, well, I only live once, and I did have an FPV drone years ago, and it was called the Mantis, 3-inch. Maybe even I don't know, 3-inch drone. But I panic. I don't know my right from my left when I'm in a panic mode, and so I could be moving the wrong way. And I didn't realize this was the throttle, the left hand, and I punched up. It went straight up, and oh wow, I'm shaking already. So I just actually flipped the button that turned it off. They cut the motors way up there. Well, not way up there, but it landed on the grass. Just enough to do something to the board on the inside, and it wouldn't start anymore. Or the prop, one of the props would turn, and then it would stop turning, and it would turn, and then it would stop turning. So, but a fantastic drone though. The video on here is fantastic. You can't get better video. Now, yes, it'll do 4K at 120, but I find that that's totally useless for me. I don't upload to YouTube in 4K anyway, because your eye can't see 4K in the first place. And to upload a 4K at 120 frames it would take you hours and hours to upload a 2-minute video. So forget it. 1080p at 30 frames is perfect. But the Avata can't even go down as far as 30 frames. It starts at, I think, 1080p at 60 is where it starts. At 60 frames is, it's okay. But anything, sure, if you want to zoom in for something, and then you maybe want to record in 4K so that you could zoom in. But otherwise, like, I'm not trying to tell you guys that 4K is totally useless, but for me, recording in 4K is useless. It's a waste of video card space when 1080p is what YouTube actually requires. So it works good for me. Let me just see here. Let me remove this. Remove. How do I remove that? Oh, edit, remove from thing. I don't know if I have, let me, September, Echodale with the Avada. Did I do good here? Let me just see what this is. Now my Mavic Pro is hacked. I can fly that anywhere where you're not supposed to fly it, like near an airport. I can fly it right at the airport. But the Mavic is not, the Avada is not, and I'm not going to hack it at all. And I can't fly anywhere in Medicine Hat here in my hometown here. It won't even come on. Let me see what this one is. This is the Avada also. Oh, yes, this is, now you can see this is from recording from the goggles. So you can see my friend is trying to fly this here. This is where my friend's trying to fly. And he says, where's the little dot in the center where I fly to, where it's going to fly to? And I said, because you have the menu on the side there, get rid of the menu. And how you do that is the goggles has on the side of the goggles here, there's a swipe touchscreen thing, and it will bring up the menu like this. And with the menu on, it won't have that little. So he's trying to figure out what to do. And somewhere along the line here, I think I tell him to just let me just see. Let's get a little bit ahead, a little farther. And okay, there. Now he's finally got the dot, and he's going to go for a flight. Now this guy is an FPV pilot, so he knows a little bit, more than I do about. So he's trying to buzz through the trees and stuff. Where I'm a little scared. I don't know how small the drone is and how big the area you're going to go through. Where he did hit the trees though, so. But it flies beautiful, like amazing. And like I said, 60 miles an hour is fast enough for me. Nice drone, nice chunk of money. But like I said, what the heck? Yeah, in a few months it may come down in price a few $100s, but oh well. I'm the second person in my city here to own one. Now you can see the H there just went down below the screen. There he hits the trees. He never said I hit the trees. I had to discover that when I watched the video. And because the props have guards on them, and they're downward facing props, Miss Flying, thumbs up, brother. Yeah, right on, brother. This is, I don't know if you were listening earlier. This is the DJI Avata drone, the new DJI Avata drone. Yes, it does have problems. They'll work them out. Now the H you can see there is the home point, and the circle in the center of the screen is it's got the motion controller. You point the circle at where you want to go and pull the trigger, and away you go. Now someone was, my other friend that was standing there, he says, how much battery you got left? And I think somewhere you can see that it's got 30% battery left. And so he's going to bring it home. And it's still got 50 megabytes of data coming in. It's perfect. It flies nice, especially like with the motion controller. It's completely different than the other controller, the regular controllers. It feels different. It's a one-handed thing. You don't have to use two hands. You can put your other hand in your pocket. As long as as long as you don't have inner ear problems, and you don't get dizzy. but flies nice. And like I said, the video is unbelievable. And I think this was recorded in 1080p, 60 frames. This is where you just grab it, tilt it sideways, and it turns itself off. All Mavic drones, or all DJI drones, do that. When you tip them sideways, they they turn off. Remove. I don't think I have any other videos because I only flown it twice. So that was that one. I don't know. Oh, he was saying you with the controller, with this motion controller, you can't fly it line of sight without the goggles. And I said, no, you can do that, because the goggles are made that when you put them over your eyes, when you put the goggles over your eyes, the camera comes on. When you pull it down from your head and put it over your eyes, the power comes on. But when you take it away from your head, the power goes off to conserve power. And I took the goggles right off and had them in my hand and still controlled the drone with the motion controller in my hand. So yes, you can fly line of sight. But like I said, when I panic, you don't turn it like this. That won't work. You have to tip it. So when you tip it right, it goes right. Tip it left, it goes left. You pull up, it goes up. Point down, it goes down. But when it's hovering, you're just sitting there, no hands on, no nothing. It's hovering. You can turn it, and it'll just be in one position and turn, but it won't move forward until you pull the trigger. Then when you pull the trigger there, then you can go up and you can go down. But with this controller, you can't go backwards, or you can't go sideways, straight sideways like this, or back. So the other controller with the sticks, then you can go backwards, forwards, left, right. And I don't have that controller yet because they're not available, even from DJI themselves. They're being made yet, manufactured. And I want one of those, because then and only then can you put it into full manual mode, and it flies like a regular FPV drone, where it can do rolls and yaw flips and turns and all those things. But I'm a little leery on that one yet. I'll have to fly either very high and do those, don't panic, or flying near the ground wouldn't work. So how y'all doing anyways today? It's a beautiful day today, and my friends just texted me here. They said we're going out to 20 kilometers out of town here by the river. There's some nice cliffs to fly. They're FPV pilots, and they asked me to come along. So I'll take my Mavic out there, and I'll take my Avata out there, and we'll do some flying today yet. And hopefully I won't get too dizzy. I don't have any means of, there's these wristbands that you can wear that put a pressure point on here, which is supposed to help with your ears and stuff. And I made the field of view. You can change the field of view in the camera to either really wide or narrower. And I've narrowed it down so that it doesn't affect my eyes too much. Raining in Ohio, so I'm staying home. Oh, yeah, and if anybody is still interested in sending me some photos so I can do another, slideshow with mine in there also, send them in. I can use all the photos you've got. Now, I don't know, Sandy, if you sent me something, I got emails or something from someone. I've got Tommy's in there. Hi, Tommy, and Michael, and everybody else in here I forgot to say hello to, if you're still in here. My email should be in the description below, and send them. I can put them in a little bit of a slideshow there, and to show more Did you see the Avada flying videos that I had on here, Michael? My new toy. Flies beautiful. Oh, you didn't? Okay. Maybe I don't know. It was somebody. I got email or a Facebook message from someone, and it showed some pictures, but I didn't know whether they were just sending me pictures to see or sending me pictures to put on the live. So, and I was trying to share some videos, but I only flew that drone twice. 2 times. Oh, okay. This is my actual first time. You got to have a look at this. Now, hang on. Is this from the drone or not? Hang on. I'll just share this, and we'll see. This is from my still camera. Hang on. Oh, well, let me just show you how this takes off. Back up. Oh, this one has audio because it's coming from. I don't know if I shared the audio. So I'm trying to figure out how to get it to take off. Can't figure it out. Oh, and there it goes.
We're ready to go. Let's see what we can see in the goggles here.
I didn't get dizzy here at all.
The goggles have a touch pad on the side that says enhanced warning. Zone nearby, fly with caution. The Schlenkers.
Yeah, there's an airport close, but at least I could still fly. It says fly with caution.
Okay. And what does it tell me down here? Aircraft in low power state. I don't know why.
Now I know why it's in low power state, because when you're not flying, it's conserving power, so it's in low power state. Trying to stand out of the way. What a goofy guy on there. So I'm trying to even figure out how do you lift off now. And finally, I got it figured out, and it just raises up to about one meter. And I didn't use my landing pad, so the dust was flying. So I'm trying to lift up on the joystick, and that's not how you fly. You got to pull the trigger to make it go. So this is not the footage of the actual drone itself. So let me just see if I can find that for you. Share so I can give you an example of my very, very, very first flight. Could be this one. Yeah, this is a video from the inside the goggles too. At least you can see what's kind of going on there. And that's that same flight that I was talking about. And this was just, everything is default. The camera was set to default. It's using cine-like format. And I don't have anything like camera settings. So it's probably not the greatest. Now this is where I was talking, and I'm turning the thing around, not knowing what the heck is going on with the drone. My back's toward the drone, and then I turn around, and like I said, the little dot in the center is where wherever you point that with the controller, that's where you're going to go. So if it's at the ground, you're going to the ground. If it's at a tree, you're going to go to the tree. And then the H that's flying around the sides and the bottom, that's where home is. So when you're turned around facing yourself, it'll be center screen again. And I'm in some farmer's field here. He's got his tractor parked out in the field, and I just flew near his tractor. Now there were some places I could have flown like through the track, not through the tractor itself, but let me just see here. And I panic. Now, when you let go of the trigger, it stops right away. And so I don't know why they even have the panic button on there to stop you, because by the time you take your finger off the trigger and push the panic button or the stop button, it's already stopped. See, now here I'd like to be able to fly sideways, but you can't do that with this controller. Somewhere on the front end loader there's a gap there. You could, if you're good at it, like not me yet, but if you're good at it, you could fly through that little gap, because the Avata is pretty small, and you could shoot through. Now you can see the H there is in the center of the screen. That's where I'm standing. It's my home position. And there was a little wind that day. That's why it's kind of angling sideways like that, is because it's fighting the wind. And this is not far from town, a couple of kilometers out of town. And I'm avoiding everything. I'm not even near the trees or near anything to bump into yet, until I discover how to. This is my very, very first flight. Just turn it on and away you go, out of the box. So there, you see, I just took my finger off the trigger, and it pulls up and stops instantaneously. So it's good that way. So if you're going to bump into something, just take your finger off the trigger. I haven't got time to think about pressing the stop button, big panic stop button on there. I don't know if you can see that. The big round button on there is the stop, and then there's the trigger. And the red button is start and land, and then the black button under there is for different modes. Your regular mode, and then your that must be all for that one. The regular mode and the sport mode. That's what it is, sport. And then you can have it manual mode too, fully manual, where if you take your fingers off the throttle thing, it's just, I guess, going to go whatever direction it goes. So there's lots for me to learn. I'm not, like I said, an FPV pilot, so I wish I was. I love the way watching some guys how they fly their whip drones. They can do, like, to me it's pretty scary, the little, how can they see way ahead in advance of where they're going to go through there. Like, I'd have to ease up on it and say, oh yeah, okay, I'll fit, and away you go. But I'm not quite the best at that, so that's why I bought the Avata, so that I could maybe try to learn FPV. And like I said, I don't know my right from my left when somebody says turn right, like real quickly. Like, I have to think about which is right and left. It's just not automatic to me. And then they all tell me, oh, it's just in the muscle memory in your fingers and stuff. That could be, yes, muscle memory of a lot of guys fly with just their thumbs. Some fly pinched. I guess I have to even discover the way I fly. When I'm flying the Mavic, I think it's just thumbs. I just use my thumbs. But then again, it doesn't have a throttle. It's just up and down, and a full, or then left and right, and then the right hand is, yaw, left and right, and forward and backwards. Hey, brother Dave, how you doing? I see that you were in Nova Scotia or someplace last. Well, the last video that I saw anyways. You're doing too many food reviews. I can't keep up. And I know that some of those burgers, they look good and stuff, but unfortunately my system can't handle those with my diabetes. And I had a huge burger yesterday. I shouldn't be eating that stuff. If Vicky was on here from Hope Bus, she'd be giving me shit right now. Just to think about it, Oh yeah, the hurricane there. Yes, and and I'm going to Cancun in 20 some odd days on the 19th. I head. Well, the 20th actually, flying from Calgary to Cancun. I'm flying from Medicine Hat to Calgary on the 19th, and then the 20th right to Cancun. And hopefully, I'm thinking the hurricane season is over then, or less. The climate, the temperatures are beautiful. It's still in the Celsius, still in the 20s. Um, really nice time of year. So I'm hoping things will be better and no hurricanes. I heard about that hurricane there. I even saw it on the YouTube news. I don't watch TV, so any news that I get has to come through YouTube. So, and then I was watching your one video there, Dave, where you're in your car racing or drag there, not racing, but drag. And I think I said something about you have to pedal faster, like the Flintstones. You got to get your feet out there and pedal faster so that you get more traction. Yeah, because spinning your wheels at the start line is not good. You're not going anywhere. You want to get it like soft rubber so that the minute you step on the old gas, away you go. And I've never been in a vehicle uh, that does that, so I don't know what that even feels like. I know what it's like in an airplane, in a big 737. Like when they turn the gas on, you're pressed right back in the seat, and away you go. So you just missed the. You'll have to maybe either look back, or I don't know if the people in there don't want to see the all the drone footage I got, but I was just sharing some video from my latest drone, the Avata drone. Um, beautiful compared to the Mavic. Now the Mavic is meant for cinematic video, nice, smooth, and I get kind of jerky at times. You anyway, smooth cinematic video. Whereas even the Avata can do cinematic, but it rocks. And you can. I didn't have Rock Steady turned on or Horizon Steady, so. Oh, wait a minute. Sandy says something here. She says she's not my wife, but I better eat better. Now I got Sandy giving me shit too. I know, I know. Uh, Let me give you an ass to kick. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I don't know. My stomach says, "Hey, I'm hungry," and my brain says something complete. It says, "Yeah, you're hungry, but who cares?" You get something in your stomach, and you just I like Donair. Oh, I love a Donair, and they make the smallest one they make at this Donair thing is like a $10 thing, but it's massive, and like Donair is meat and fat. Yes, it has some vegetables in it, lettuce, tomato, onion, but the amount of meat in these things is way too much. It's called caring. Well, I appreciate you, and I hope you don't mind me calling you my sister, because you all are. I love you all. You're all my brothers and sisters. And usually on my lives, I tell everyone, like I said, if nobody has told you they love you today, let me be the first. I do love each and every one of you, whether you're my brother or my sister. Doesn't matter. I love you all, and whether you accept it or not, or whether you like it or not, that's just too bad. Because I do. I love each and every one of you. Love my drones and Mike. See, we got drone people in here, all kinds of them. You love Donairs. And you see, my diabetes works for me is the I sorry, Tommy. Tommy is so efficient. at doing things I don't even have to ask. Unfortunately, you might be the only mod in the house. I got 6 or 7 mods, but you're the only one that ever shows up. So thank you for posting that. Appreciate you very much. Now, all this love stuff doesn't mean we're either gay or I'm not your husband type thing. It's we all know it's a different kind of love. Like your brother, like you love your brothers and sisters. That's exactly the way it is, and it's the way I feel, and I know I'm accepting all the love that's coming from you guys, and it makes my day go better when I think of that. And I hope it makes your day go better too, because you know somebody out there in Alberta, somebody in Alberta loves you. And it's meaningful. It's meant. So, like I said, my friends just texted me earlier and said, "Are you coming out to this place where we can go and fly?" And they're FPV pilots, and I guess I should go and fly with them today. That's how you took it, as brother and sister love. Yes, not your husband and wife love type of thing. And just when you buy this thing, it comes with one battery. You get like 18 minutes if you're pushing it and you're not pulling the trigger all the way and you're flying along. You're lucky if you get like 15 to 18 minutes, which is actually a pretty long time. Uh, Less than half of what the Mavic can do, but it takes you 4 hours to charge it again. So if you have one battery, you go out, you drive 20 kilometers out, like where we're going. I've got 3 batteries, nice. You fly for 15 minutes and you put it away, and you won't fly again that day. So that's something that DJI's got to help with, get things fixed. You fool, yeah. Oh, and there's the link for Love My Drones. There we go. They must be in the. I'm not even watching. Are you? Okay, we're not using Stream Elements to do that. You must be going out and grabbing those from the YouTube somewhere. I might not have everybody in here programmed in, as a matter of fact. Let me just see here. Let me try one. See, I just typed in ghetto, and let's see what it does. Is Streamlabs or Stream Elements? Is it working? Maybe that's why. There's Mr. Wakey, Paul. No, get her back. See, I don't even bother with that stuff anyway. Evening all. You got an evening already? Oh, it didn't work for you earlier. Maybe Stream Elements is not even turned on. Hang on. Oh, wrong deal. Can't cancel from that. Let me go to another page. Stream Elements, because that's a Stream Elements thing. That's the other one, the Stream Labs. Whereas Streamlabs, though, by the way, might not be working correctly. Continue with YouTube, and we'll go there, and that one. Okay, let me just see, because if that one comes on automatically, then for some reason it just doesn't seem to work properly. So CloudBot. No, CloudBot's not even working, which is cool. That's what we wanted. Don't be working there. And then we'll go to here, and we'll try Stream Elements. Why is Stream Elements not working? Go to dashboard. Park channel. Everything seems to be working there. chatbot, chat commands, go to custom commands, and yeah, ghetto should be working. Just typing in ghetto. That didn't work for me. So I don't know why. I think I'm always having trouble with those things. Paul, you're going to have to look back, Paul. I did a 1945 there. Holy. 7 in the afternoon. 7 in the evening. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's 1:45 here. Holy. Maybe when I go to Mexico, I'll have some time to sit down on the computer and figure some of this stuff out, like why it's not working. You don't even have to be logged into Stream Elements for this. And Stream Elements is the one that worked very good before that. Yeah, it's not even coming up at all. Ha! Strange, but true. Sleeping Bear. This one. Ghetto Van Adventures. Must be Sleeping Bear, eh? I don't know how you can find those, Tommy. That's you're amazing that way. Oh, you did at lunchtime. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's like, well, at the very beginning of the stream, John popped in at 3 in the morning, and then Stream Elements came on, and it says the bot is running right here. That came in and says Stream Elements bot is running, but no, it's not. Well, it might be running, but it's not working. That's for sure. There's Mr. Wakey Bird. He's from across the pond there. Paul. And the Sleeping Bear guy, he is a pilot also. He can do FPV flying. not I. What bot or what bot? Stream Elements bot should be working. Hang on, let me just cancel that. Go here. How about I try to go out and reload it or something? Park channel. I guess park it. Okay, there we go. It's successfully parked. Let's go join channel again. Why does it say neat? The bot is currently not in your chat. What? Maybe that's why. Oh no, there it is. Too much to think about. Create. Let me just check the go live thing, see what's going on there. Maybe I have to be in studio. Discard changes. Well, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose the channel there. Live stream studio. Oh, anyway, no biggie deal. Coffee time. Oh, now it says bot running again. Okay. Maybe it needed a little oomph. Am I spelling things right? Wow, it's cooking in here. It's warm. You could put your own link up there, Tommy. No, a confliction somewhere. And the only way to actually test it is you got to go live in order to test it. And every time I go live, I don't have time to test it. So it's not working. Anyway, be right back. Getting a coffee. Perfect. And what's the number beside the 6? It's problems. Live viewers. Nomadic Vanman. Note number 6. I don't know what that means. Sometimes when it shows a couple of bars, it means it's the Wi-Fi is not. And when you're living in a vehicle, you have to rely on. So it says the bot's running, but it won't function. You have to rely on public Wi-Fi, and if more people using it, well, then it doesn't work. Right on. Get your drink out, your coffee or whatever you're drinking. I just finished another thing I'm not supposed to have, Sandy, is a Tim Hortons vanilla iced coffee yet. The vanilla part is the part that's really too sugary. Probably the iced coffee too is not the greatest. And I don't know, I just can't stand the flavor of just your regular iced coffee without the vanilla in it. So yeah, you laugh and joke about these things until you're old or older, and then your organs start failing and stuff, and then you're whining and crying about, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. But it's not, I guess it's not funny. There we go. Oh yeah, you can see down near, you have your new link with your name in it, as opposed to a whole bunch of letters and numbers and stuff. Very cool indeed. Now I'll have to just make sure that my friends have actually headed out to the place what they're saying, because it's 20 clicks out there. Yeah, well, you're still a youngster yet, though, a little compared to me. But yeah, I guess you get banged up. That's why guys are playing sports, full contact sports and stuff. They're going to feel it. Vanilla coffee. There was a Coke product, or it's still out, that has either dark roast coffee in it, or I don't know if it's a vanilla flavored coffee or not, or just a lighter roast coffee. But I guess if you like the coffee taste or coffee flavor, there is a bit. The dark roast one has a bit more coffee flavor in it than the the lighter one. But there again, I guess I don't know. Is it true? They keep saying that if you're going to have a Coke, to drink the real stuff with the real sugar in it, which got like high amounts of sugar in there though, as opposed to the sugar free, which is the aspartame stuff. I don't know how many different kinds of sweeteners they got, but some colas I see don't have aspartame. They have, I guess, other sweeteners, just as bad for you. Don't bounce so well. Yeah, I know. And I've had 2 surgeries for herniated disc, like back. Coke Zero has no aspartame. Oh, okay. I didn't read what was on it, but I guess I could because I have an empty one. I have an empty one right here, which was. You see, I don't know what they use for their sweetener. Main first ingredient: carbonated water. Now, I used to have a carbonator thing. I like just carbonated water itself only. Caramel color. Oh, this one has aspartame. Contains family. A little bit. Can't even pronounce that word. Ugh. But anyway, somebody was saying don't drink that. As far as like a diabetic goes. Aspartame. It's hard to get away from foods that don't have anything that's. I mean, it's hard to get away from foods that have like bad stuff in it for you. Almost anything you eat has got sugar or some kind of carbs that you're not supposed to eat or something in there. The UK version will send some over by the case. I wouldn't mind. Wow. Now I don't know. I don't have a real Coke, or it's your ordinary Coke. I don't have one in here to see how much sugar is in there, and I know it's like spoons full of the stuff in one can of it. Vicky from Hope Bus. Oh, Sandy's keeping track. I know you're not my wife, but yeah, okay. Yeah, she emailed me a couple times and says, send me a list of what you ate today so she can scrutinize. And by the time I read the email, I already eaten stuff that day that wasn't good for me, so I didn't send it to her. But I should. I'm not. It's health food stuff, and I'm not taking anyone out there as a doctor or what have you. Taking health food kind of products is like not as bad as saying, here, take these pills for something. Well, I mean, I would rather take health food kinds of things than like I had a kidney stone once, and they said if you eat lots of lemon juice or lemons, it will kind of dissolve those. And I said that can't happen because your stomach acid will do something to the lemon juice, and it won't work anyway. So, but anyways, you got to try these things. So I was squeezing a whole bunch of lemons and just drinking cups full of it, and because I didn't want to get kidney stones again. And the doctor says, well, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm drinking lots of lemon juice. And he said, well, don't do that. And I said, well, like, why? It's I don't think it's going to hurt me that much anyway. I mean, maybe if you excessive amounts of anything might hurt you, but I said it's better than taking some sort of over-the-counter or even under-the-counter pills to alleviate that. I said it's just lemon juice. Or even when I went on my diet, my Dr. McDougall diet, which is whole food, plant-based, he says, well, yes, that's kind of good for you, but eat a well-balanced meal. And I said, but I'm not For me, what worked was absolutely no meat whatsoever, no dairy whatsoever, and no eggs. And that worked for me. And what I could eat was starchy foods like potatoes and rice and pasta and corn and beans and starchy foods. Now that happened to work for me. And I lost a lot of weight. And the weight loss probably helped my diabetes better than the foods I was eating, but it was the weight loss. And that sort of diet worked for me. And I got off all my medications completely. Every high blood pressure, cholesterol pills, or diabetes pills, dropped them all. My doctor said you could get off all of them. You don't want to make your blood sugar go like way too low, so let's take you off of them and then monitor you. And that worked for me. And then, like I said, I fell off the wagon and I had a hamburger. And, fat tastes good. Sugar tastes good. Salt tastes good because that's on your tongue and that's the receptors and those aren't good for me anyways. Maybe not for everyone. Like fat is, from what I understand anyways, how your cells work when you eat things, especially fat. Fat gets in the cells where the glucose is supposed to go, and it's plugging it up. So the cells don't get the sugar that's required to keep you healthy and to keep it from just hanging out in your in your blood system. And that's why I have high blood sugar, because it's just in there and it can't get into the cells like it's supposed to. And it's the fat that's blocking it from getting in there. So if you stop, and it doesn't take long, as a matter of fact, from days to a week, and you stop eating fat completely, and now all of a sudden your body will start taking the glucose out of what you eat and putting it into the cell, so your blood sugar is normal. In a nutshell, that's how that works. I mean, I know it's scientifically um, so, what does Paul say here? I know, and I had friends that they eat they would eat meat 3 meals a day every day, and a nice big juicy steak. I mean, it looks good, and wow. um, Actually, today milk is very bad for you. I don't know if any of you out there have actually tasted real milk, right? Like right from the cow itself. Like we used to, spray the cats when they would come in the barn, and you'd give them a drink right from the cow. Well, me too, into a cup or in the mouth, like straight, fully fat. Yes, we had a separator and make milk and cheese and whatnot from it, but that was good milk. I mean, when I lived on the farm, there was no talk about unhealthy foods. We ate eggs. We ate everything that came from the farm. It was all. There was no such thing as, to me. Nobody said diabetes. Like there was no such thing as you can't eat that or you can't eat this. Um, and my grandfather was, on the certain times of the year when the butchering time came, he was the butcher for all the farmers around, and he'd do their meat for them too. So I remember butchering chickens and cows and pigs and what have you. We did it all, and we had all the, for crying in the sink already. This fly is just got to fly on you. There's the whole place out there that you could fly, but you got to come right on me. Like jumping Jiminy, jumping Jesus. Now I still drink milk, and it's not supposed to. There's just lots of stuff in there that's not good for you. But anyways, today. But anyways, I love the taste of milk. Like I could drink a whole 2-3 liter thing at like one meal. Like I just loved it. Because I was raised on store milk. Okay, yeah. If you have store milk and then you taste from a cow, it doesn't taste. It doesn't taste the same. That's for sure. It's got all the fats in it and all the enzymes or whatever's in there, but it won't hurt you. It's just it tastes way different. Yes, you're right. It does all get killed when the pasteurized and they boil it or whatever they cook it. They cook all the stuff out of it. Now, then the Dr. McDougall diet, where the whole food plant based, he doesn't like eggs at all. He said the best time for eggs is at Easter time when you color them and you don't even eat them. And after that, you don't eat them all year round either. Matter of fact, he said eggs is one of the worst foods for you. And a lot of people will say, no, 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 no. Eggs are the best. There's one tiny little egg and it's got everything in it. Yes, it does. It has everything in there to make a whole chicken. It's got everything to make a chick out of one egg. So it's got everything in there, yes, but not to digest. So if you're into whole food plant-based, you'll understand what I'm saying. And if you're not, then you'll say, what? Well, Wayne's saying that eggs are not good for you. Eggs have got everything in there. They're good for you. Well, for me, no, they're not. Well, I guess for anybody, they're not. Just you got to look it up instead of kind of like taking my word for it. I get milk at the service stations. You pay as much as 3 times for a bottle of water. Oh, no way. Wow. Well, the same in Canada here. When you go here where we are, I don't know, X amount of dollars for, well, we can't even say X amount. One of those bigger jugs, I don't know how many liters that is, 2 liters of milk is like, I don't know, we'll say $5 or $6. I don't know what it is, but what, $5 or $6. But when you go way up north to the Arctic Circle up there, where they can't just bring food all the time, where it's like snow on the ground, it's winter all year round. Their milk is like $12 to $15 to $20 for the same thing, is because they have to ship it there. It just takes too much fuel and energy to get that milk there. And the people are paying that. Never hurt the cannabis of Fiji. Yeah. Well, I had that saying at one time. I said, holy wow, 12 grams of sugar in 1 glass of milk? Holy smokes. Well, it's just, you see, that's the thing. Beef and eggs, for example. Beef is another one. If you're not supposed to eat beef, you cannot fight the beef industry. Like, they can lie through their teeth to you and people will accept it, because could you imagine if you were to shut down the beef industry? That's billions and billions of dollars. Like, that's an impossibility. So they're going to tell you what they want you to hear, that beef is good for you. It's got lots of protein. Believe it or not, like I said, this Dr. McDougall diet was like starch. As a matter of fact, potato has lots of protein. You can get all your vitamins and proteins from starch food, and it's not the same carbohydrates as people say. Carbohydrates are bad for you. Yes, they are. Certain carbohydrates. Excuse me for talking too loud. It's like, I don't mean to be. I always talk like I'm like too loud. They have gone back and forth. Yes, I know. And there you go. I had a breakfast this morning, fried eggs and no bacon, but I had sausage. But both of those, eggs and bacon, are the 2 worst things. Anyway, let me just grab this. Let's see, like, I do have milk right here, see? 2% though. I should be drinking either skimmed or 1%. I don't like the taste of it, but anyway, 5 grams of fat in 1 cup. 5 grams of fat. How much sugar though? 12. You're right, Dave. 12 grams of sugar in 1 cup. Way too much. Ingredients: partially skimmed milk, vitamin A, palmanite, vitamin D3, and that's it. But it's not opened yet because I usually like cereal sometimes. But or to have a glass of milk with my meal. Okay, I'm hungry now. You're going to fix you some eggs. And I used to even boil eggs and color them even when it wasn't Easter, just because it feels better to eat eggs that were colored. Sorry that you're back. Over easy for me, yeah. I like them over medium. I don't like the whites runny. I like the yolk runny. Can you imagine just the yolk part? That's the chick. If he doesn't have a beak on him. Well, you can guarantee that whatever industry's out there, they're telling you what you want to hear, that all this stuff is good for you. When somewhere, some people think that, no, that's not good for you, but try to fight it. Try to turn that around. Try to tell people that eggs and bacon aren't good for you. You'll have people down your neck like, oops, sorry. Load your new video. Oh, cool. Yeah, I seen you out camping there a few times, Daryl. Too bad I couldn't make it up there. I don't know if you've seen Eddie and Monica around lately or something. Didn't you have your event? They might go to the event. Yeah, I even ordered it. Bacon and it. No, well, I don't know if it was bacon and sausage and eggs and hash browns and stuff one time, and I may have said over easy, but I usually like them over medium. At least that hard I don't like. Yeah, I could eat them, but I would rather have them at least a little yolk, a little runny. And it came back, and the yolk was just sort of sliding around in the uncooked white part of the egg, and I don't like that. I don't even like the look of it. So I had to tell them to take it back and either fix the eggs or. Yeah, me either. I don't do runny eggs at all. Oh, you mean even the yolk part? Well, no runny whites for me either. Yeah. Sunny side up. Now, if you do a proper sunny side up or kind of basted where you put a lid over it and it and water and then it steams it from the top, that I like. Okay. I don't know if you know Eddie and Monica. Anyway, they're in a Class A motorhome now. They used to be in a van, a short top van like mine. They sold it and got themselves a Class A motorhome now. One stop eggs and bacon. And see, bacon tastes. I've even seen bacon strip on what do you call those, Long John donut thing. I mean, bacon kind of goes good with everything. It's just too salty and too much fat for moi anyway. You won't stop eating. Oh, you won't stop eating eggs and bacon. Yeah, if you enjoy them and you don't have diabetes, then you can have all the eggs and bacon you want. Grits. What the heck are grits now? I've heard of that. It sounds like it's even good. We splashed the white with bacon fat. Oh, no way. Oh, yeah. The bacon fat just to cook the egg part. Yeah. Like I said, when I lived on the farm, the bacon and eggs we had was what I didn't have any complaints at all. It was great. Long Johns, yeah, a long donut with chocolate, and then a strip of bacon on top. You can buy those here at the donut store. Even better with cheese. Oh, now you guys are naming all the things that a diabetic is not supposed to eat. Cheese is not good for you either. That's dairy. That anything dairy. And like I said, this Dr. McDougall diet doesn't work for everyone. That's why there's what 300-400 different diets out there. This one works for you. That one works for you. That one works for you. They don't all work for everybody. So you just pick one that works. You try them all, and you find the one that works for you, and then use it if you're trying to diet. Grits are good if they're cooked right. Oh, you mean it's something? I don't even know what grits are. What the heck is grits? How much cholesterol he can get with a single egg. Now, fried egg with a runny yolk but crispy around the edge of white. Never been able to master the technique. Yeah, me neither. Grits are gross. Or grass. I can't even see. Gross. Wow, I don't know what grits are. Is that a corn-based food? A starch-based food of some sort? Grits. I've heard of the term. Never ever looked it up. I don't even know if can you go to the grocery store and buy something called grits. And I like all those things. I love eggs. I love bacon, and I love cheese. Like a big brick of cheese, I could just eat that no problem. But, and I do have. Oh, I didn't take my pills this morning because I hadn't had them out. I got to take those. Got to be cooked right. Yeah. Yeah, really. No kidding. Got to be cooked right. That's for sure. Don't really know what they are made of. A popular brand is Quaker. Oh, Quaker grits. You have to cook the eggs in bacon grease to make brown edges and runny yolks. There you go, Paul. That's what the chicken eats before we get to eat the egg. He turns it into a into an egg. I've seen some chickens that are pretty vicious. Well, especially the rooster. Man, when they fight, I've seen a rooster take on an eagle, or not an eagle, a hawk, and win. Oh, there we go. Did you hear that beep? They're saying, "Are you coming? Are you coming? Are you gonna show up?" Let me just see what I got here for news. Nomadic Vanman. Oh, I ordered something from Amazon. They were just saying, hey, we got your order. Or they might even say your order shipped, which is cool. I had to order some stuff for dizziness. These belts you wear around your hand, and it presses in here somewhere. That's supposed to, right between the two cords, right in here somewhere, 3 fingers down. So in here somewhere, and it helps with dizziness. So that's what I did order. If they're cooked right. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I just don't like grits. I'm going to have to check that one out and see what they are. Whether I like them or not, I don't know. I guess you have to buy some just to see what they are, or see how much stuff is in them for sugars and fats and carbohydrates and what have you. And it's not the carbohydrates that bother me as far as diabetic goes, because I can get all the stuff I need out of starchy foods. I don't really have to eat a well-balanced meal in order to have a good, I wouldn't say good body, but a good intake of the right chemicals or right foods. Let me just see. I got to get my pills at least out of the cupboard so that at least I remember I've got to take these, because I got to take them twice a day. So up on top, and vitamins, and I take a baby aspirin every day. There's a load of pills. I take a baby aspirin every day to keep my blood thinner, and then because I'm supposed to. And then what happens is when you use blood thinners, I use an aspirin to do the blood thinning. When you do that, well, then when I cut myself somewhere, I bleed forever. It doesn't stop. But I'll have to gather up all this stuff up, and then there's no fat or sugar in grits. No way. Well, it probably doesn't taste too good then, because fat and sugar is what makes stuff taste good. But I'll have to check it out. There was another thing it's like, it's the color of butter, and it is butter, but it's refined or something or other butter. It's really liquidy type stuff. Not real liquidy, it's paste. But it comes in a jar. Reconcentrated butter or something or other. I wonder if that stuff is good for you or not. Yeah, anything with sugar, salt, and fat in it, that's what makes it taste good. Grits are made from, that's what I thought, corn. Yes. From less sweet, starchy varieties, often referred to as a diet corn. Oh. Whole wheat corn is often labeled accordingly. Okay. You add your fat and sugar. I'll make that stuff and then add my own fat and sugar. A couple of what do you call bacon bits, and a spoonful of sugar. That'll make it work. It gives me something to work for today. It's what the hens eat, right? Corn. Right on. Okay, I've got to check this out again. What do they want me to do? Oh, only one of 4 items were sent already. I just ordered them this morning. So that was that. And then Simon says, friends of playing, Simon says, and when are you coming flying? Okay. Well, I have been on for an hour and 35 minutes. I guess I could end the stream and take in what's everything that's come online. And digest what's been going on. So, guys, it's been an hour and a half. We're going to end the stream and look forward to next Sunday's live. Not too many weeks before I head to Mexico, and then we'll be doing live from Cancun, Mexico. And hopefully the hurricane season is over and everything will be nice. The weather would be much, much better there. I won't be able to see any snow this year. Yay. It's been pretty cold here already. Some nights I actually had to turn my diesel heater on. Time to digest some eggs. Yes. And everybody in the house, you have a great day, the rest of your day, and a great week next week. This is the beginning of the week, Sunday. And have a great time. And we'll catch you guys all on the next one. But I always say, be cool, be kind, stay awesome, and be nomadic outlaws. And you do that by subscribing to Nomadic Vanman. Then you're a nomadic outlaw. And if nobody's told you today that they loved you, let me be the first. I do love each and every one of yous. Ta-da! And we'll catch you guys all next Sunday. I hope be here, be there, or be square. We'll catch you guys next time. Right on, guys. Thanks for coming in.